Okay, this is the play record computer, and this is the computer that we use to play back opens and closes for shows, because we are filming here what they call live to tape or live to file in this case. And this is Go Playout software that's installed on a computer. And it has a capture card, a Blackmagic capture card, and then it has a video card that has HDMI outputs. It's actually got two video cards in it, but one of them is HDMI output to the switcher, which I was showing you earlier on the switcher video. You could see where that is. And I noticed that it's just a little bit, could come in just a little bit maybe. Okay. Anyways, this here is where you record, so I can't really stop this right now because I'm recording this here. But you assign a path to the folder on the computer that you want to record to, and then you write the file name there, and then you hit record. Now, if I hit this button again right now, it would stop the recording and record over what I had just recorded. So you have to be careful there on what you're doing. Let's zoom in just a little bit here, if I can. Okay, yeah. There we go. Oh, there. It's got autofocus turned on. So here we are. So that's recording. Now up here is what's the player. Now I have it hooked externally to the Blackmagic switcher, so this isn't actually going to work at this moment, but what you do is you add, let's take this out of here, delete. So I want to add an opening. Let's just use behind the scenes open. And then I want it to pause after it plays. So I hit pause last. Then I cue it, or I can hit jump. That's cueing it. Now it is queued up and ready to go. Now I have it set to external, full screen is external. And then there I just set it to eternal. But when I have it on full screen 1, okay, options, full screen 2, then okay. I was just trying to get it back so you could see what I was doing. Normally, you won't see this here. Normally, this screen with the 10 on it is going to be showing up on your Blackmagic multi-view monitor as a player. So I just wanted to show you what's going on. But anyways, so once you have an event queued up, you can slide the event here. And, up here you hit play, and there you go. This will be showing up. Now I want to mention something to you that this here, these two here affect the output of this. So when this starts up, this is down, and so it won't be going to the audio board. I mean, it will have a program output, but the audio board is hooked to the preview output. So this has to be turned up for it to go to the audio board, which is where you would preview this device. So if I hit jump again, it will take us back to the beginning. Okay, so there's one event. So let's say we want to add another, like a song. We hit plus, we hit the next open space, and we hit plus. And then I will go to the video drive. It's a separate hard drive. And let's go to, let's see. And I know you're not going to be hearing this because I don't have someone here to run the audio board. But here's a song. Okay. So, by the way, you can drag these around over there. See, I moved the song to the top, move it to the bottom. Anyways, on each event, unless you want it to, this is a playlist, unless you want it to go to the next event, which we don't, it would loop back to the opening. We want it to pause when it's done. We hit jump. And then we can hit play on this. This is a song. As you notice here, there's a black spot. Okay, because it's playing, and you'll see up here, you'll see the elapsed time, the remaining time, and the duration of everything in your playlist, and the real time is just the time in the control room, but it keeps track of that because it stripes things with time code. So here's the song playing. This, like I say, normally this monitor would be black here, and you'd be looking at an external monitor. You can, of course, pause it. But, and then the thing to remember, though, is since you're putting these pause commands between each thing, in order to go back to the opening, like if I wanted to, I'd have to hit jump. See how that works? And then you hit jump, because it's going to wait in between each played item. So I go back here and I jump up there. Okay. Now, I wanted to show you an interesting feature. If you notice this particular song, and I'll play it again, has a long black lead-in time. Okay? And so in order to use this during a show, you would have to queue it up. Let's see, I'm just curious how far. Okay, so it's about 12 seconds in. If you go up to this elapsed time, you'll see it. All right, so let's take it back. Well, that's not very good. You'd have 12 seconds of black, or you would have to queue it ahead of time, assuming it was turned down on the audio board. But there's an interesting feature they have here, because remember, this is a playlist. You can go to trim, and you can set an in point. So we'll pause, and I'm just going to show you this real quick. You'll notice now, though, what it's showing is time code. Instead of, the time code doesn't start here at the beginning of the event. So basically what I'm saying, and I know this is kind of irritating, and you can trim it here, is that if I was 12 seconds in, I would have to figure that in my mind 12 seconds in on the time code. Otherwise, I just have to re-watch it here and redo it. So I found, I hit play, and here's the trim, one frame at a time. You saw me going slowly backwards. So I set an in point set. Now I could also set an out point if I wanted to, but I don't want to at this time. And I hit save. Okay, so then I X out. So let's see what that did for us. So let's jump back to the opening. So here we're doing behind the scenes. We play the opening. Okay, and here's behind the scenes opening. You'll play over the air. There it is. Okay, so I'll pause that just to show you what's happening. Now, when behind the scenes opening's done, I'll take it to the end. It waits on the wait command. So I'll jump to the next one now, jump to the song. Now you'll even notice, you can see it faintly there. It's queued now. So when I hit play, it starts right with the song. In other words, it remembered my endpoint, and the 10 seconds of black is gone. So that's nice. You'll look up here, it's showing elapsed time and remaining time. So this is where you count down to return to the studio. The remaining time, we've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds before we return to the studio. So this is basically a play and record computer. Just remember that if you hit this record button twice, you're going to override what you just recorded. So what I'll do when I'm finished with this recording, I will clear that line or X out of this whole play recording software. But I'll clear this line here so I don't accidentally record over. And there's a lot more things going on in here. There's setup and all this, but for video quality and so on is all set in here. But this is mainly just the operation of Unit. So that's it for this segment.